That's gay.
We are best friends. We are best friends.
Hello everyone, my name is Bistro. Welcome back to another episode on the AeonProjectSMP server. We are at our jungle base, at least it's soon to be our little jungle base. And over here, as you can see, we have a giant ring around here. I actually did do some more terraforming. I took out a bunch of trees around here in a circular pattern. I realized I didn't really want to touch the jungle in the background because I want to keep the jungle feel of this base. I want it to stay pretty much the way it is. But I only took out a small amount of trees around the edge of this circle, and I built this giant ellipse around the center of this lake. Now this isn't exactly the center. I just kind of eyeballed it, really, but yeah, here it is. There's a beacon in the middle, as I said I would do. And I put in, and currently I have haste on it right now, so that's cool. But what I'm planning to do is to have this giant ring expand out by maybe 5 blocks and have a little bit of a pathway that goes all around this place. That's why I took out the trees. And in the center, I'm planning on building a gigantic tree. Not a tree like that, but more like a realistic tree. I'll put an image on the screen right now of what I'm talking about. But that's the goal right now. Now, originally I wanted this to be wood, but I think the stone bricks would look better, even though this took me maybe like 2 hours to do, because having wood face the way you want it to is not easy. But yeah, I'm going to quickly change this into stone brick, and that'll happen right around now. That was fast, wasn't it? Nope, that actually took me a really long time. I actually see the sun's already starting to set, and I don't even have a bed over here, so not really the best thing. But yeah. So pretty much the idea here is to make a giant bridge around here. I'm thinking of making it 5 blocks wide, including this, so it'll be like a three wide walkway, and it'll be made out of bricks and just a gray type of stone. And then in the middle, like I said, there's going to be a tree. That's the idea here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and make the bridge, because I think it'll look pretty nice having a nice little circle that goes and extends onto land. And obviously I'm going to have to make a little tiny supports that will support this bridge, because right now it's literally floating in the air with nothing really to support it except for some dirt little chains going off. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly show you how I do that. I've started work on the bridge, and this is just to give you guys just a little bit of an idea of what this bridge is going to look like. Now, I did have to do a little bit of resource gathering to get this up. That was my watch. Yeah, I prefer this look. I mean, stone bricks, the stone materials don't really look that bad against a green background or against some wood or stuff like that. Well, I think it matches nicely, even with the cobblestone, which others may assume may be the ugliest block in the game. I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm just going to go with this all around the ring, and hopefully it'll look good. Alright, so a large amount of time has passed, and I finally got this thing done. Now, making these bridges are not easy, especially when you're making them with half slabs, because they're not really the easiest to place, how they like to fiddle around and stuff. But yeah, this is the bridge, and I will say it does look pretty nice, if I do say so myself, but it's not complete yet. It's pretty much just a circle right now, just floating in midair, but it doesn't really have any supports, and that doesn't really look that realistic. So we're going to add some wooden tree stumps that'll just basically hang from the ground up, holding the structure, and there'll be 4 of them, 1 on either quarter. I marked them out using these granite, I think. Yeah, granite. This little granite. This is where the center is going to be, and it's basically going to be wood spouting out of here, just holding up the structure so it doesn't fall, because right now it's kind of just floating in midair. Here, I'll show you. So right here, this is a nice little example right here. I mean, it's just a big giant wooden stump and just naturally growing out of the ground and connecting with the bridge, and it basically holds that support. And now these cocoa beans and the vines aren't necessary, but it's just to keep the natural feel. Like, over time, I'm going to start bone mealing this area, get all the grass back over here, maybe add a little bit more trees or stuff, and Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. But these things are not easy to make at all. I mean, it may look like just a giant tree stump, but these take a lot of wood and a lot of time to make. Because here, I'll show you guys right now. Because this thing took me around 15 minutes to build. Surprisingly, it's really not that easy. Here, I'll show you guys over here. So what I'm basically doing is starting off with a 3x3 whatever this thing is called, and I just build this thing all the way up to the top. And if I was to just do that, then it would just simply look like a giant wooden pole. And that doesn't look nice. I want it to look natural. So I'll show you guys what I mean. Alright, so now that we have our gigantic tree stump that's basically going straight up into the thing, we could leave it at that, but I want it to look natural like all these others. And to do that, we need to kind of give it a lenient side, like have it lean towards a side. And I think we're going to go ahead and go with this side. Just because there's a little bit of land here, it'll be a bit easier to do. So now this thing alone, this little trunk, already took a stack of these blocks, a stack of logs. That's a lot of wood, you know? And I think this is a bit far. I think we're going to go from the ground up, why not? Basically what we want to do is chop out a little part of this because it's going to be leaning towards this side. So there's going to be more wood on this side and more wood on top over this side. So I just want to dig out a little bit, kind of get the wood, you know, basically facing us of the right way that we want it to. And we'll just take out these wood right here, maybe take out that wood, just to give it detail. That's our main purpose of doing this right now. And yeah, so I think we should go ahead and go up top now. We'll give it just, we need to give it some sides, and we need to give it the appearance that it's basically sloping towards a specific section. And you can see how it's starting to take form now. So I think we're going to take away this part and add in this. It's basically just trial and error, really. So we'll add some detail on this side. Just do this. The worst part about wood is that the facing, the way it faces, you have to place it in a specific way in order to get it to face the right way. It's really complex and it's stupid, but it gives Minecraft just a little bit more detail, I guess. So now this does look pretty good enough, but there's just little tiny details that you just want to add to it. That basically is just trial and error. You just look at it and see, hey, do you think I could maybe freshen this part up? Or maybe do this, take out this block just to make it face the right way. It's really just trial and error, really. Just looking at it, maybe like, hey, maybe there should be like a block here, maybe some more blocks here, make this face the right way, stuff like that. It's basically just time consuming, just trial and error stuff. And if you want it to look nice, you have to input a lot of time to it. So yeah, I'll continue to freshen this up just a little bit more. Maybe just add some more logs right here or something. That'll actually do. I'll keep that. But now that we got this thing, just pretty much the basics done, I want to add just a little bit more detail and add some roots. And roots pretty much go through the bottom. Now, I would normally make them face like this, but I just want all the wood facing the same way. And that's how exactly I'm going to build the giant tree coming out of here. So I'm just going to have all the wood face the same way. And basically just have them come out every once in a while. And just acting like roots, mainly. So, yeah. And that's pretty much the basic gist of it. I mean, now we just add in just a little couple of details, like some vines and stuff, just place them everywhere, really. So we'll just pick a random spot, let's just say, like, right there, and maybe one right there. We just place them all around, and over time, these vines will grow out. It'll make it look old and pretty much natural. That's what we're trying to do here. Make this tree look natural, and that's why we have it slanting instead of just upright like that, because real trees don't look like that. Real trees have a slanted side towards the sunlight. But that was my watch again. And then we'll add some cocoa beans. Why not? People don't normally use cocoa beans in their builds, and they absolutely look gorgeous if you use them the right way. So I'll just add a couple of cocoa beans everywhere. Maybe put some up top, right there. and eventually these will grow out to look just like those. And yeah, I think it adds just a little bit more detail, and looks just a tiny bit better. So we'll put one right there. Why not? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and do the last one, which is over there, and we will be pretty much done with this giant circle. Alright, so pretty much everything about this ring is done. As you can see, all four of these stumps are put in place, and I'm just letting them sit here to grow out their vines and just have a more natural feel. But I think that's about it for this episode of Aeon Project. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. I definitely had enough fun playing on this server for one day, around maybe 3 hours on here already. But yeah, this is pretty much it. We got ourselves the ring done, we got the stumps done, and I think next episode we're going to start working on the giant tree. It's going to go all the way up to the sky. And before I do that, I'm going to have to do some resource gathering, so I guess I'll do that in between episodes. But my name is Bistro. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!